with no fear. But I should have had some fear this weekend because I got caught out of the track meet. And as you can see, my face is all red and burnt up whatnot. So I got to get that cleared up. But I'm on my way to Chicago, waiting in the airport parking lot. And there's a parking lot right here. I'm gonna fly out to Chicago. You do that by yourself, you never have an entourage because you don't get paid enough money as an author. So, you know, I can't be flying 10 people in like they do with musicians and athletes. They make a whole lot more money. So it's just you as the author. You get your hotel room, your flight, and you sell your books. You might make $500 to $1,000 or whatever, and you keep it moving. All right, so. Now I'm on a plane to Chicago. This is where I get a whole lot of reading done. You can listen to headphones if you want, but I typically read books and magazines, newspapers when I get to this point. You're gonna be on a flight 3-4 hours, and so you can get a whole lot of reading done. I'm in the back seat of the Uber right now. I got out here in Chicago, and this Uber thing is brand new. He got a nice car here, nice black car. I didn't know where he was, so I had to call, but this Uber thing is really new and interesting instead of taxis and limos. Now, you know, you got brand new people. I don't know how the Uber thing works, but what if an Uber dude wanted to kidnap you, you know? And they ain't had like no taxi checks, and they ain't had no limousine, you know, checks out and stuff. You know, limousine dudes been around for a minute. Taxi got checks and stuff. I mean, they can still kidnap you if they wanted, but his Uber thing is new, man. That's you know, they just pop up one day and be Ubers. And now you in the back with them. But it's all love. I'm out here in Chicago. I should have had my hat on. Only reason I don't have my hat on is because I'm trying to do this video thing because it's cold out here. I told y'all it's early April, but it's freezing out in Chicago. It's wet and rainy and all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna be inside the whole time, so it's no big deal. But this here, boy, Chicago is the biggest city in America. Because New York that's a cheating city. New York really has 5 boroughs. You know what I mean? Brooklyn, Harlem, Manhattan, not Harlem, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island. Chicago is just one big, huge city by itself. So we heading into downtown right now to the McCormick Center. They got a map in here to show how I get to the Hyatt. A map?
I don't know about a map, but you don't need no map. What you do is
right.
You go over here.
Make my right.
Go
Yeah.
This hall right here.
Yep.
Go over there to the elevator.
Yep.
Which will be to your left.
Left.
Get on the elevator.
Here you go, Omar Tyree. I'm out here with Selena Cherry. She invited me out to today's Women's Expo out there in Chicago, Illinois. And I gave her a few tips on the trade. and Charlotte at the CIAA tournament, and then she out hustled me. She started pulling me into new stuff. So introduce yourself and your new book, Selena.
I am Selena Cherry. I write under the name of Cherry. I'm the queen of that bounce back in this industry. My new novel is Heads Over Tail. It's the anticipated sequel to my debut novel, A Little Bit of Tail. We came to make some noise today, Chicago. Come to our panel, 2 o'clock, McCormick Center. We can't wait to see you.
That's great. And she invited me in here.
Absolutely.
I'm the old veteran.
You a legend. And I tell people all the time, you gotta go to the greats to become great.
Okay.
All right?
All right, well, this is a new era. She's the hustler now. How you doing? This is Omar Tyree over here. I'm still out. I think it's supposed to look right here.
Right up there?
Yeah, right here. This point right here. It's supposed to be the camera. And I'm still in Chicago, still trying to learn how to use all this technology and whatnot I'm working with. And I have a new writer right here. She's going to introduce herself in her new book. And again, I'm walking around here with burnt up face and whatnot, but they don't matter. It's Omar. So
Omar's here.
I'm going to talk about your hustle and all that, but new author, and she wants to go to the panel discussion that we're going to have about, the state of black writing and all that. Introduce your book, show them your book and everything else.
Hi everybody, I'm Rebecca Cole. This is my new debut novel, Women's Voices, and it's about family drama, secrets and lies, and just, is it worth to keep a secret alive or dead? So I appreciate everybody's support. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, # Women's Voices. That's Rebecca with the K, R-E-B-E-K-A-H, Rebecca Cole, Women's Voices debut novel. Thanks, Omar.
Hey, no problem. Yeah, this is Omar Tyree again out here in Chicago, still trying to figure out how to use this machine that I'm working with, this old selfie thing. But I got an author right here who's writing about Chicago history and Chicago business on the South Side. Introduce your name and your book to us again.
Bonnie Taylor Williams, author of the award-winning With These Hands nonfiction novel, Black Excellence Award winner for 2015. It just came out in 2015. It's the story of my mentor, who happens to be my grandmother, her journey from the South, coming from Mississippi to Chicago.
Yeah, this is Omar Tyree and Patrick Oliver over here in Chicago. He invited me to Chicago back out in November. Actually, was that October?
November time period,
November. We was out here in November, November, talking about young urban boys and, of course, getting them to read and getting them in the literature and getting them out of trouble. And right now, of course, Chicago is murder capital right now. There used to be murder capital in Washington, D.C. when I was a student at Howard University back in the 90s.
Right.
And I knew that was all about the drug trade. But I want Patrick Oliver to tell us, what is the murder capital in Chicago about? What's going on with these kids?
As you well know, it's lack of opportunity in a lot of cases. They want that opportunity. They want to grow up. They want to do things. They want to have things. So in a lot of cases, they just trying to get what they can, and they're doing it in an unfortunate way. So we talking about lack of investment. Nobody cared about lack of education. When you can't read, functionally read and write, you can't get a job. So what's your next step? It's going to be trying to take it from somebody else.
And I was just talking to a person that said that audiobooks could actually now take the place of reading, and I had a true argument. Said, look, man, they have to understand how to read and get information on their own. Audiobooks mean somebody else is reading it to them, which means it's secondary information, which means they still don't have the power to get it for themselves. Now, you just brought up education, but I thought it was a gang culture thing where they wanted to be members of gangs and they're doing things to be members.
Yeah, most of it, that's part of it. That's a big part of it. Chicago has a long